My child, I see the battle that rages within your thoughts. I know the weight of the confusion, the persistent whispers that try to define you with words that are not mine. There are unseen forces at work, seeking to build fortresses of lies within your mind, disguising themselves as truth or memory. But I have brought you to this very moment, beloved, because I have a specific message for you. A way to recognize the voices that do not come from me, to dismantle those false structures, and to step into a freedom of mind that only my truth can provide. Pay close attention, my child. What I am about to show you is the path to reclaiming the territory of your thoughts. My child, allow what is deep within you to surface. Speaking openly about your inner world with those who truly support you brings a sense of freedom. Talk simply about your difficulties. Share your burdens with others. Pray together. When you stay close to me, confusion fades from your mind. The way I see things is not just for you. It is for you to share with others who journey with me. Walking together, held by my presence, you strengthen each other. As you walk side by side, the untrue thoughts that bother you are gently removed and replaced by the firm truth of how things really are, just as I know them. Being near those who follow me helps your perspective become sharp. Witnessing the faith of others can awaken your own. A simple word spoken when you are together can reveal new insights for you. Never underestimate the value of gathering with others who walk my path. While I often work within you in quiet ways, my strength and support are most evident when you are connected with others. Perhaps you have searched for understanding for some time, my precious child. Know that I led you to this moment, to receive something vital. There is more I desire to reveal to you. What comes next may be precisely what alters your view and your way of living. Remain near me now. Pay careful attention, my child. The words others have spoken about you significantly shape how you see yourself. These words can either build walls in your mind or cause them to crumble. At times, painful notions take root within you, stemming from words spoken long ago by parents, teachers, companions, or even those you trusted for spiritual wisdom. If these verbal hurts are not confronted, my beloved, they can feel like absolute truths inside you, untrue thoughts masked as memories. Still, understanding your true value brings healing. A single word of truth spoken at the right time can break through years of confusion in your mind. Therefore, here is how you can live this out. You must deliberately exchange the words that have wounded you for words that give life. Start by simply observing the impact of what you have heard, and then allow me to speak the truth of your identity into your innermost being. A second approach is this: immerse yourself daily in my written message. The holy texts are not just words on a page. They are like medicine for your spirit. Each part serves as a counterforce to the untrue things you have been told. Third, intentionally choose to speak words that affirm life regarding yourself and others near you. Declare the reality of my truth, even when your feelings might point another way. The words you voice carry power to shape what is real. When you speak, you are constructing. It is time now to rise from focusing on your own sadness and embrace the invitation to join me in a place of newness. Understand this, my child. I am presenting you with a new awareness of your identity. A place of profound acceptance and value is already made ready for you, but to enter it, you must release the voices that have spoken untruths about you before. Grasp this truth, my beloved. Your coming across these words is not by chance. I long to speak directly to your innermost self. Be mindful that not every voice that seems spiritual comes from me. Some words might sound appealing but hide harmful intentions. Some statements of agreement hold hidden falsehood. The spiritual world is not a simple, empty space, my child. Influences are always active, and your mind must learn to tell them apart, because without clear spiritual insight, your thoughts can become ensnared. This shows a profound reality. Not every voice claiming to represent me is truly separate unto me. Not every sign of spiritual affirmation originates from my nearness. The capacity to discern is like the vision of your spirit. It protects your thoughts from accepting untruths that come from misleading influences. Living this out means you must thoughtfully assess what you hear, my precious child, even if it is said by someone in a position of influence. Ask my spirit for the gift to see with clearness. A second method for this: strengthen your mind with my truth, because my truth reveals misleading spiritual forces. A mind completely filled with my reality cannot be easily tricked by things that only look like it. A third method: depend on the quiet certainty my spirit puts inside you, instead of being pulled by changing feelings. There are moments, my child, when your emotions might draw you toward accepting something I am softly showing you to turn away from. Each day, my child, this can appear in your conversations, in the advice you hear, in what you see or listen to, even in words said in prayer. The influence beneath the surface is more important than the message on its own. A mind that cannot tell influences apart can be easily led off course. A mind that can tell them apart is truly set free. This is exactly what my spirit longs to stir within you, my cherished child. Freedom that comes from grasping what is real. Because often unsettling thoughts enter through a spiritual influence that seems innocent. But the skill to discern cleanses, blocks entry, and guides you onto the correct way. I am calling out a people who have become strong in their spirits, my beloved children, who do not just follow every voice they encounter, but live by the very words I speak. A people who are led by my direction, not moved by what is popular. A people who will not trade what is true for convenience or ease. Learning to know truth from untruth is essential, my child. But now, the time has come to learn how to face challenges with a trust that does not shake. Having faith does not mean you will meet no difficulties. Faith is staying firm and safe, even when the world around you feels like it is falling apart. This strength within you, my beloved one, does not come only from your own mental work, but from your thoughts being held firm by the truth of my spirit residing with you. Faith acts like a hidden shield, protecting your thoughts so they do not give way under the weight of fear, doubt, or despair. The important thing is not whether you can handle every situation, my child, but whether you trust the one who holds everything. This is the kind of trust that cannot be shaken. It does not depend on what happens around you. It grows from a deep inner base built upon me. In your ordinary daily life, my precious child, you may not face physical threats, but there are persistent thoughts that try to steal your inner quiet. These can come from troubling news about your health, painful words spoken by others, concerns about what you need, or struggles within your household. Let me show you a straightforward way to live this. Speak what is true about me, even when everything you see appears to contradict it. Give voice to life in situations where only hopelessness seems present. Choose to speak of hope, my child, especially when fear feels like it's drowning you. Keeping your focus steadily on spiritual truth strengthens the certainty within you. Here is another way. Keep in your mind the nature of the one who made the promise. Trust isn't about convincing yourself of things that seem unlikely. It's about resting your assurance in me, the one whose promises stand forever. There are times when the collapse of outer circumstances tries to cause an inner collapse, my child. But when your thinking is firmly set on my truth, it does not crumble. It remains steady. This inner steadiness is rooted in your spirit, yet it becomes visible in the strength of your thoughts. You find yourself rising, even when you feel you have no strength left. You keep moving forward even when the way is unclear. This is because something greater within you, my child, a deep inner knowing, urges you not to stop. That knowing is faith, and it is becoming stronger within you even as you hear these words. Trust lays the groundwork, my child, but now is the time to move forward. For I wish to remind you of the assurances I have given you, which will light the way ahead. Not everyone will grasp the depth of these words, but know this. If you are hearing them, it is because I desire to communicate directly with you. Quiet your heart and receive what I am saying. When your thoughts are consumed by difficulties, my beloved, your inner sense of direction becomes confused. But when your focus rests firmly on the assurances I have given, your thinking aligns with how I see things. This means that what I have declared is settled and secure. My promise acts like a strong anchor, preventing your mind from being overwhelmed and pulled down during times of trouble. This isn't merely hoping for the best, my child. It is a deep certainty rooted in the very nature of who I am. I do not change. I do not speak falsely. And I do not take back my declarations. My spoken truth is more than enough to support a mind that is struggling. To live this out, my precious one, you must make my assurances the very food for your thoughts. Write down the specific words I have given you. Speak them out loud, perhaps when your day starts with challenges. Let them form the basis of your prayers, holding them before me as if they were the very structure of reality. Think about them deeply, until the assurance I have given fills your awareness more completely than any difficulty you face. This consistent focus on truth reshapes the landscape of your inner world. For when someone holds my assurance deep within their being, my child, they evaluate their thoughts through the lens of trust, not doubt. The mind that is connected to my spirit does not lose sight of what I have declared, even when outward circumstances contradict it. It steadfastly chooses to believe. Your inner spirit has a way of holding on to what truly matters, my beloved child. It chooses to remember my words, not the anxious chatter of fear. This is what it means to live with your focus set on what I have assured you will happen, instead of being preoccupied with the current circumstances. This is how you can walk through difficult times without losing your way, because my assurance is your guide. It doesn't just keep you going, it shows you the path. And when your thoughts are filled with what I have promised, your very being begins to move towards seeing it fulfilled. Active trust keeps you steady, hope sustains you, and my word directs you. It will unfold this way for you. Those who stand firmly on my assurances step into a place of inner victory. The coming words explain how this becomes solid and evident for you. When your mind finally understands that the struggle is not yours alone, but rests with me, it can release its grip on worry and instead embrace a spirit of praise. This is more than just a guarantee. It is a way of living I instruct you in. This is the key to overcoming inner conflict, surrendering your thoughts. The natural way of thinking wants to control, to figure things out, to react quickly, but a mind renewed learns to trust, to wait patiently, and to offer praise. Giving thanks is a language of the spirit that shifts the atmosphere around you, but even more importantly, it first changes the atmosphere within you. To live this out, begin to replace fearful thoughts with expressions of faith. Turn complaining into thankfulness. When thoughts of panic arise, make the choice to sing or voice words of worship, even if your voice feels frail or the circumstances remain unsettled. Embrace this, my precious one, because praise is not what you do after you win. It is the very path that leads you to victory. When you worship, you are declaring that I am in charge. You step away from the center, and you place the divine will in control. A mind that learns to praise is a mind that is protected. The one who stands against you causes confusion for those living in fear, yet finds no entry point where gratitude is always present. Worship is more than just singing. It is a posture of the heart. This is when your thoughts stop replaying problems and start repeating my promises. And when this shift happens, my spirit fills your mind. The spirit brings peace, clear direction, and courage. You feel, even without seeing it yet, that you have already overcome. Praise not only opens the way for deliverance, but also for abundance. Therefore, keep your mind submitted through praise. Let your thoughts become hymns. Let your soul sing even when logic screams warnings, because praise is your spiritual strength. And those who offer thanks in the midst of difficulty prove that they have already yielded to my authority. There are times when I do not speak with spoken words, my cherished one, but through subtle indications. And only those who have a mind trained by the Spirit can perceive them. This is not just about understanding future events. It is an eternal truth. Those who recognize my indications do not fall into despair. They take a firm stand. The mind that stays connected to me learns to see with eyes of trust what many overlook due to distraction or doubt. There are indications all around you, always. Small details, unexpected meetings, opportunities that close or open, words that resonate like divine answers. This indicates that it is not your physical place, my child, but your internal view that matters. When your mind is aligned with my spirit, these indications are not ignored. They are followed. That changes everything. My signs are not meant for you to simply notice. They are calls for you to act in alignment with my desires. In your everyday moments, begin to notice the quiet ways I make myself known. An idea that keeps returning to your mind, a sense of confirmation when you pray, a persistent feeling of unease that doesn't fade. These are indications from my spirit. Take note of them. Speak with me about them. Share them with others who have walked with me for a while. Do not dismiss as simple chance what could be a message I am sending. I find joy in connecting with those who are watchful. I do not conceal my purposes. I reveal them to those who are sensitive to my presence. Discerning these requires an inner quietness and the ability to filter out the constant input from the world around you. The noise of the world can drown out the gentle sound of heaven. Therefore, set aside time for stillness, for reflection, for simply listening. I speak through sudden insights, through deep feelings within you, through firm inner knowing. Each indication is like a piece that shows you the way forward. These indications are like unseen guides directing the path of those who walk closely with me. They open doors to choices made with clear understanding. When your mind is open to my presence, even my subtle signs are enough to guide your entire life. And from this place of deep inner sensitivity, I begin to guide you with clear direction, unwavering support, and certain intention. A mind that is troubled often carries the burden of choices made without seeking my guidance. Decisions made in alignment with my spirit are like guardians that protect your thoughts from unseen opposition. This understanding is not merely intellectual. It is a discernment that safeguards your inner self. A choice made apart from my will can open the door to lasting unrest. Your adversary understands this, and therefore attempts to rush you. but I call you to wait upon me. Here is how it works. Choices made without my presence create difficulty that could have been avoided by simply turning to me first. The mind guided by my spirit does not act on impulse, but on my instruction. The difference between inner quiet and haste is the time spent with me beforehand. Praying, seeking me, and waiting are ways your mind can bring your feelings into harmony with my will. It is not just about choosing what feels comfortable, my beloved, but what my spirit confirms. Many opportunities that appear are not from me. They are false openings disguised as blessings. A mind that is healthy learns to say, "Not yet," until my spirit says, "Go now." In practical terms, before you take action, before you make a commitment, before you speak, before you agree, before you invest, before you enter a place, or before you leave one, seek my peace. That deep, settled calm that is beyond your understanding is my signal. When there is ongoing unease, doubts that persist, something is not aligned. It is at that moment you must stop everything and consult with me. I will answer. Sometimes with a quiet certainty within, sometimes with a clear affirmation, but I always show the way to those who choose to listen. And when I guide you, your mind finds rest. The protection of your mind begins with choices made in step with my spirit. The place where your mind finds peace after a sure choice is my divine comfort. A soul that knows it has followed me, even without fully grasping why, experiences the lightness of being within my will. This is spiritual safety. Knowing that your decision came from me means it will bring peace, even when facing hardship. Those who choose wisely enter into spaces of my comfort. Because when the choice comes from being with me, the outcome will be peace, even if the path involves struggle. And it is in this place of comfort that I reveal the next step in the reshaping of your thoughts. When thoughts flood you, my child, and your soul feels plunged into deep shadow, it is there I show you my comforting face. This is not just empty talk. My precious child, it is true that for those who have faced deep inner struggle and found relief only in my presence, the healing needed isn't just about finding answers. It's about finding peace, and the deepest peace comes to your spirit. Understand this, my child. Receiving comfort is not a sign of weakness. It is how heaven tends to a soul that has carried too heavy a load. It is me saying, you are still precious, even when you feel broken. When your mind is overwhelmed, even the thought of turning to me can feel impossible. But I do not need eloquent words from you in those moments. I simply need a willing heart. This means admitting your limits and allowing me to care for you. It means letting go of the need to appear strong and instead letting me hold you close. This can happen in quiet moments of reflection, in genuine praise, or simply by weeping before me without uttering a sound. My heavenly comfort settles like a gentle touch upon the thoughts that cry out. It is like I draw you near and say, I know what you are going through, and I am here. Do not try to face this alone, my beloved. Do not pull away when things are darkest. I am closest to you, on the days you feel most distant. Heaven does not forsake you when your mind struggles. A mind that has received my comfort begins to hear again, to hope again, to move forward again. And from this place of inner renewal, a new kind of spiritual strength emerges.